Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello, hello. Welcome, wild ones. Welcome to this live transmission. I am so stoked to see you here. Today, we're going to I'm going to share 5 questions that I've asked myself, that I ask my clients to ask themselves, and then I'm going to ask you to ask yourself today, a little bit of a tongue twister, to help you move from an income plateau into your next level income. Yeah, your next level revenue goal. So I help my clients to meet consistent 10K months. I've been at that level for over 2 years now. And it really is a place in business where things just get to flow. You go beyond where are the clients? Where are the people? And you start flowing, you get in your groove. And so I'm going to help you today to get into your groove and start to create rhythmic revenue from a place that feels really, really great. There's been a lot of new people in this group, so I'd love to introduce you to me. Hello, I'm Christina Gomes, and I help Wild Ones, soulpreneurs, transformational facilitators create, launch, and sell a high-value offer so that you can meet those consistent 10K months without overworking yourself, without burnout. When you have a high-value offer, you get to do this work with much more space and ease and freedom. Nobody wants to be behind a screen 24/7 and call that a freedom-based business. So I'm pretty sure that you're here for the freedom. Give me a 1 in the comments if you started this business of yours based on your gifts, wisdom, and transformations because you wanted to create freedom in your life. You wanted to create your own hours. You wanted to create financial freedom. And so you're here maybe at the 2K, 5K mark. And if you're resonating with my message, more than likely you are here for an expansion type of life. So you're here for the expansion. Whenever there's a stagnant energy, you can feel it. And so maybe when you started your business, 2K months felt like amazing. It's like, I said in a post the other day, it felt like angels singing when you signed your first client. But at this point, you are not shy about how great you are at what you do, right? You know that your tools of transformation can help so many people. So at the 2K, 5K mark, you start to feel stagnant because you can't really expand your business when you're only making just enough. So let me know, put your hand over your heart, raise your hand if you've been in this energy of just enoughness and it just doesn't feel great. It's not a soul expansion kind of energy. Just enough is limiting. Just enough is stagnation. Just enough is you looking at your bills, calculating how much you're budgeting, and it's just not why we started our businesses. And so I want to take you back today with these questions to the heart of why you started your business so that you can realign with your purpose, with your mission, Because if you want to expand your business, if you want to hire that next level support, if you want to get better graphics, have a nicer website, if you want to take a trip, if you want to save for your family's education, if you want to buy a plot of land and erect a frickin' temple, you need more money than what you're making right now. You need to be in a feeling state of overflow, and you need to be in actual financial state of overflow. Right? So when you are calculating bills, kind of going, okay, 2K is enough to live. All right, cool, like fine. It is such a kind of a dimming energy. Then when I say, hey, what could you possibly do with 10K months, consistent 10K months, and predictable 10K months? I'm talking reoccurring revenue 10K months where you are going, okay, for the next 5 months, I know I will be making 10K months. That's what it's like in my world. And that's what it's like when you have a high value offer. So today's lesson is really, really important because I work with people who want sustainable, predictable income. You do not want to be what they call a one-hit wonder. So I might be aging myself, but who remembers Milli Vanilli? Who remembers these kind of like 80s, 90s bands that they had one hit, they had one record, and everybody loved it. And then you never heard about them again. And a lot of us have this fear that we're going to make that 10K month and then that's it. It's going to be a fluke. It's going to be a one-time thing. And that can feel scary because you want to start hiring help and you want to start being able to know in your heart and soul and in your whole energy field that you are able to pay for the business expenses regularly and that you can take on more business expenses. Because at some point, you do not want to be doing everything yourself. It's just unsustainable. It's not a freedom-based business. So your work in the world is your legacy. What you're doing means more to you than just some money coming in and money trickling in. This is your legacy, and you want to be supported through this so that you also are the best support for your clients. So you also want to be able to hire next level support. I don't have just one coach. I am supported by so many guides and different areas of my life that I want to develop in. And that was only possible when I decided that I was not going to settle for just enough money, that I was going to be in an overflow. So who is ready for these freaking questions already? Who is ready to start asking themselves better questions and these 5 questions so that you can start to be in an overflow, start to make 10K consistent months, and start to move from wherever it is that you are and into that next level? That's what we're here for. We're here for expansion, evolution. We're not staying stuck at wherever we're stuck at now. So I'm going to help you with that today. Great. So the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your questions. So these questions I have developed over time. When I quit my job as a psychotherapist over 10 years ago, it was a time in my life where self-development really, really mattered. And so I was asking really deep questions that led me on a spiritual journey, that led me to sit at the foot of a monk. Now, I am telling you, when you go to sit at a foot of the monk, that you better have some questions. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So we got to start asking questions that activate the knowledge and wisdom inside of that monk. And I knew that. I'm the type of person to extract value from wherever I go. And you might want to be that type of person. And so you might want to start asking better, bolder questions so that you don't waste a 3-month program or so that you don't waste this kind of transmission. And you actually show up receiving value on a cellular level. And that starts with coming with forethought of knowing where you are, what you're here to do, and starting to ask questions based on your internal compass. So the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your questions. So I'm going to share with you now the 5 questions that I asked myself to move from 2K spotty months to consistent income ranging from 8K months to 20K months. I've had a $50,000 month. And the key word here is consistency. Yes, maybe that $50,000 month felt great, but what feels even better is knowing that I do not dip lower than an 8K month. And if I am, then I get to start asking myself these kind of questions and realigning myself back with what I'm here to do. So, question number 1 that I want you to ask yourself is, am I really enjoying the amount of money that I am making right now? Because maybe you don't want to make more money, actually. Maybe you truly, truly are enjoying 5K months. And that's okay. But I want to start downloading you with something right now. And you can check in and see if this is true for you. Are you satisfied with 2K or 5K months because you think that you will have to work harder or more hours to make the 10K months that would have you feeling an overflow? Let me kind of repeat that for you. Because a mistake that I see many new entrepreneurs make and even seasoned entrepreneurs make is that when they're at an income plateau, why they stay there is because they have this belief system or this sneaky thought that says if they want to make 10K months, that they're going to have to work more hours or they're going to have to work harder. And I just want to help you to dissolve this thought, to examine this thought, to bring it forth if you're thinking this thought, and to kind of really take a look at it and to unpack it. Because it is this thought that is keeping you at an income plateau. It's keeping you at 2K, 5K months, because I am here to tell you that a lot of my clients switched just a few things. They either raised their prices or they got really clear on the value of their offer, or they started to share something about themselves that connected them to high-paying clients. And so it was dissolving this belief first that they were going to have to work harder to get 10K months that had them finding the real reason why they were at an income plateau. Because having to work harder or more hours is not why you're at an income plateau. It's more than likely some of the other questions that I'm going to have you ask yourself, but it's something different. So if you are truly enjoying 5K months, cool. But a lot of you at 2K and 5K months, you're not enjoying it because you're making just enough to run your business and you're not actually seeing your bank account grow. You're not actually able to hire a virtual assistant. You're not, or you think that you're not able to. And I want to help you right here now. I actually hired a virtual assistant well before the bank account proved that I should. And then this freed up my time. And then this allowed me to focus on the things that actually move your business forward, the things that actually make money. And I was having a virtual assistant do the things that weren't enjoyable. So coming back to that word enjoy, that weren't actually enjoyable. So give me a 3 in the comments give me an enjoy. Give me a fun, give me an enjoy, give me an enjoyable emoji if you are ready to start having more fun in your business. Because I know that I am. I know that I'm through this fog that I just experienced, and I'm ready to start bringing the fun. I'm ready to start bringing what is true and alive and dropping the truth for you so that you can actually feel like I can live this life that I want to live. I can get all the musical instruments I want. I can be a DJ on the side. I can sing to the trees. I can go on this beautiful vacation. I can sit with medicine people in Peru. I can fly to Europe and have the systems in place in my business and have a virtual assistant run my business. But you first got to apply the skills that I teach so that you're there, so that you're at the 10K months and you are in overflow. And then we start working from there. So if you don't enjoy the amount of money that you're making right now, know that it is perfectly beautiful if you are both a spiritual entrepreneur and you desire more money in your bank account. Those two things can fully and truly exist in the same space at the same time. They exist for me, they exist for my clients, and you just get to trust. So, question number 2, are my offers set up to make 10K consistent months? Are they? Are you still trying to sell a $297 course that that high paying clients and fun to work with clients aren't really interested in? Or do you have a high value offer that brings your best self forward, that you get to connect with really super amazing people from around the world and guide them through a transformation that they know that they want to make in their life? Do you have a high value offer or an ascension, an offer suite that ascends from offer to offer? And if not, no worries. I have a few things for you. I have a free high value offer checklist. You can go to my website, freeyourcreativity.org. And that first box that you see, you can sign up for my high value offer checklist. And I give you the 4 ingredients of a high value offer that's going to set you apart from the low cost course creators of the world and the one-off workshop facilitators, and really position you as someone that high paying clients want to pay thousands of dollars to co-create with you. My clients do this all the time. They move from like selling little things, selling products, selling one-off service, selling their time, and they develop a high value offer. And if you don't want to try to do this on your own any longer, this is why I created the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is 3 months of deep dive coaching and my entire Create method that comes with the 6 modules where you can start right away. So I invite you to apply now for next session, for next cohort, and don't wait, because you can already get started. And when we start in November, you can already be a success story. You can already have made your money back. You can already be calling in high value clients. And then we start those coaching sessions where I'm going to be answering your high value questions so that you can move and keep moving and keep expanding in your business and keep growing and keep that growth energy alive in you. So if your offers are not set up to make 10K consistent months working 20 hours a week, then let's check in. And so if you have an offer that costs 2K, 5K, 10K, then it is so much easier actually to have a 10K month, if you think about it, because there are so many different ways to make a 10K month. But if you only have to call in one client to have a 10K month, that is actually easier. And I know your mind wants to think, oh my goodness, but how do I sell at 10K? Well, that brings me to my next question. Do you feel that you have the skills of high value selling? Because I know that you have the skills of transformation. I know that you have what it takes to guide someone from point A to point B and help them change their lives. People ask you all the time, how did you do it? How did you make your transformations? How are you doing this? How are you? Show me, tell me, help me. I want to do what you do. I want to make the transformations that you have made. I want to have that beautiful relationship. I want to have that beautiful business. I want to have that vibrant health. I want to have what you have. You are already an inspiration to so many people. Now, the gap might be your skills in selling. Do you know how to hold space for a high value sale, a sale that is over $2,000? Because if you don't, that's okay, because that is a skill that is so learnable. And many of my clients go from selling small courses to selling 6K packages, selling 10K packages. I have a $14,000 offer that I sell no problem. Now, my Group immersion is not $14,000. So if you're interested in working with me at a level that is more accessible than $14,000, then let's go apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, where I teach you my signature soul aligned process for transformational sales. When you are in conversation with someone, do they say, no, not this time, next time, and then you let them off the hook? When you are in a conversation with someone who has the problem that you're available and ready and meant to help solve, and they say, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, do you go, oh, okay, yeah, and you just, oh, and you both are, we're at that tension level of evolution and going all in on both of yourselves, and then you just drop it. You just drop it because there's a lack of skills. There's a lack of skills there. And this is why I developed the module on transformational sales, because I want to help you to sell to people, because their point of transformation happens at the point of transaction. Your content is not sales. Your content is part of your sales journey. It's that first meeting of you, or it's that place where people come to be nurtured by you, but it is not sales. And so this is where a lot of conscious soul-led entrepreneurs drop the ball, because they fear sales so much. They fear being pushy. They fear being convincing, that they simply let themselves stay at an income plateau because they're not willing to go all in on themselves and learn the skills of heart-centered sales. When I learned the skills of transformational heart-centered sales, it was immediate. It was a month later, went from 2K months to 10K consistent months. My business took off. I work with only the best, most empowered clients. And I did this all intentionally. And I teach you how to do the same. So selling is a service. Can you write that down? Can you say it in the comments? Selling is a service. Selling is a service. You are providing so much value already in your content. And now I want to teach you how to actually sell. And it goes beyond closing a sale. I don't even use that language in my program, because my sales conversations are so empowering, that they are so life-changing, that people apply to have a 60-minute conversation with me. And I know that your people want to talk to you and they want to be empowered in that conversation. And so many of you are letting people enroll you in their limiting stories of, I don't have time, I don't have money. They give you an objection and you just go ahead and believe it. And you are leaving thousands and thousands of dollars on the table, on the coffee table, on the earth. You are leaving thousands and thousands of dollars on the earth, when you could have that and you could put it into the earth. I know many of you are gardeners. You want to buy a plot of land. You want to do beautiful things with your money. You're of the earth and you know that. And so when you allow yourself to gain the skills of transformational sales, then the money that you make normally goes back into the earth. Is this true or not? So be that earth warrior. Allow yourself to receive, but it goes beyond the energy of receiving. I don't just sit on the earth and pray like, please, goddess, I'd love to make more sales. I do. And I get down and dirty with transformational sales. I roll up my sleeves and I practice. So let me ask you this. How many discovery calls are you committed to having booked on your calendar this month? That's another question, which, yes, this question I'm asking you to ask is, do I feel I actually have sales skills? But to deepen that question is, how many discovery calls am I committed to having booked this month so that I can practice handling objections, so that I can practice speaking to people in empowering ways. And if you don't have the skills, are you willing to go all in on yourself and learn them? And if you are, I would love to teach you what I know. And I would love to have you apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, because in module 5 rather, it is all about transformational sales. I teach you how to get more discovery calls booked, and I teach you what to say and how to hold space in a way that people are like, yes, I would love to work with you. When do we start? Oh, we don't start for a few months, and they pay you in full, even though you don't start for a few months. This happens to me and my clients all of the time. You just have to decide that you're going to apply the coaching and the teaching in the modules, and you're going to get to work, and you're going to learn, and you're going to be willing to fail. When I first started having sales calls, it wasn't like everyone said yes. And then it started clicking, and then it started flowing. And now people apply to have a sales call with me because I don't have time to talk to everyone. People have to apply now. And I can help you set that up in your business as well. So then the fourth question that I want to help you ask yourself so that you can move from an income plateau to skyrocketing success is, am I speaking to people who are empowered and know they have a transformation they want to make, or am I speaking to people that I need to try to convince? So let's start with a story. I have worked with many people who have many different skills. Over 100 soul-led entrepreneurs have come through my programs. And what I noticed is that because we are spiritual, because a lot of our techniques and our vibe even has been questioned, has been dimmed, we go on the internet and we unconsciously try to convince people that our tools and our techniques and our presence is worthy even. It's the thing. Because we're alternative, because we have a different way, because we move to the beat of our own drum, as they say, we have been met with a lot of flack, right? Whether it was a well-meaning adult, whether it was your own parents, whether it was people you met that are not on a spiritual journey, and they're like, what the fractal is a chakra? What are you woo-woo people out there doing? What is a guide? You start to develop a tough skin where you start to defend your practices. You start to defend who you are. And you can unconsciously bring that into your content and start and move from a proving place. Now, this might be sneaky. So if this is if you are not calling in empowered clients, then this may be happening to you. If you get on the phone with people and they don't know what you do, or you feel like you're convincing them, or they're just like, yeah, prove it to me. You show me why I should buy your program. If you get that sense, or if they say something like that, then don't blame it on them. It's time to look at what you are saying in your content, who you are speaking to, and if you are actually have the message that speaks to people who are empowered and know they have a transformation that they want to make. So in my Conscious Creative Business Immersion in Module 1, I help you to clearly identify who is the most empowered person to talk to. So you can look at your favorite clients. You can look at the people that you've worked with that have gotten the best results. You can even look at friends you've helped. What are their qualities? Start to really understand people by their qualities, not their demographics, not where they live in the world, not by what kind of tea they drink in the morning. That shit doesn't matter. Who are they and where are they on their journey? And if you're not clear on this, then this is the root cause of every problem in your business. Once you get clear on who you are meant to work with, who your high value offer is for, then you will have no problem creating content that speaks to them and calling them in. And if you are having that problem and you want support with identifying that, you want that accountability, you want me to check and see if your content is truly speaking to empowered people, or if you think it is, then that's what I'm here for. In the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, I also give feedback on your homework, what I call soul work, because this is soul work. Your mission in this life is coming from your soul. You're a soul-led entrepreneur. This isn't something you're trying out. This isn't something that, if it doesn't work, then you'll be okay with getting a regular job. If you're anything like me, you are not meant to work for anyone else. And so you may be in a 9 to 5 right now, you may be in a transition period, but I want to help you make 10K consistent months, because that's when you're really flowing in your business, right? So you get to decide that you want to work with people who are willing to pay. They're already willing to pay thousands of dollars to co-create with someone of your caliber. You just got to talk to them like they are. And so in the business immersion, I teach you how to write a sales post. I teach you how to write content, and I hold you accountable to how you are showing up. And if there's any sneaky blocks around who you're speaking to and what you're saying, to help them to make the best buying decision with you, not with some other person's program, not to hire a coach in general, but to hire you as their guide, as their transformational facilitator. Great. So we have another question that I want to help you to ask. The question I want to ask you right now is, do you know your business hours? Do you know your working hours? I might seem like I'm scolding you right now, but I could not tell you how many people say, I want to work for myself. I want to create my own hours. And then the only problem in their business is that they haven't created their own hours. They're waking up every day wondering what they should do today. And so they're chasing their dreams. They're chasing clients. They're chasing their hours. They're feeling frustrated because they don't know what they're doing each day. Now, you may have a certain idea of what you'd like to do, but then you come to your work desk and you're like, what? What comes first? The chicken or the egg? What comes first? In what order am I supposed to do these things? And so no one ever taught us how to do this, right? I want you to give yourself so much grace if you don't have business hours yet, because what this problem is stemming from is not that you don't want to work or that you're lazy or that you just want to flow. I mean, you do want to create your own hours, but you may not know what is the best use of your time. And so you may have created hours and tried, and you're at this income plateau because the things that you are putting your energy into, our energy sucks. They suck. They're sucking your energy. They're not giving you energy. They're not having you show up the best of you. They're not having you feel like you're making any progress. You feel stagnant. And so I am here to help you really decide where your energy is going to be best put for you, because this is an individual process. I have clients that have 9 to 5s. I have clients that are completely free. I have clients that have big families. I have clients that have small families. I have clients that don't want to work more than 20 hours a week. And I have clients that love really working in their business and could spend the whole 8 hours creating a gorgeous website. And I have all different kinds of clients. So really, it's going to take you having my eyes on your business. I'd have to ask you some questions. I'd have to be there with you. I'd have to get to know you. And then we get to see what is the best use of your time. But I know that there are money-making activities and there are activities that you should be hiring out by now. And I also understand that without this overflow of income, it's not the first thing you think of to hire someone to do these other tasks. So you're draining your energy in these tasks that aren't making money. And it's this cycle and this loop and this cycle and this loop. So are you ready? Here's another question. Are you ready to get yourself out of this loop? Nobody can do this work for you. I am here to mirror back to you your power. I am here to show you what's possible. I am here to give you the keys to your own success and hold you accountable to what you say you want. And only you, my love, can do this work and do it consistently. So if you're ready to take the helm, to steer the ship, to guide yourself with support, then I invite you to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. So we're going to do this together. We're going to get you where you want to be. We're going to get you off that income plateau and into the revenue that you have decided already that you're available for. And now we just got to get into the groove of it, right? So 10K consistent months are totally yours. And I would love to help you to get there. I'm looking forward to reading over your application. The process will go like this. I will receive your application. I will read it over thoroughly, so make sure that your answers are thorough because not everybody gets in. If it's a yes from me, then we can have a call for you to be able to ask your questions and just to meet me really and to know that I've got your back. And this is the last round that I'll be hosting those calls. The round after that happens next year, you won't have the ability to have a 60-minute call with me. So apply for next round. And yeah, and then that'll be beautiful. And then we'll go all in. You can either take the payment plan or the in full or the VIP. And then we'll get you all set up and you'll get those modules and you'll get going. And then your community group will open in November and the calls will start in November. And I am looking so forward to seeing if we are fit to work together. If it's a no from me, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can do in the meantime so that you're ready for the next round, or you can go ahead and apply again and we can see what's been adjusted, and I will let you know what needs to happen for us to be a right fit to work together. I don't let just anyone in this program, and that's really to hold the integrity of the space. And so if you feel a resonance and you feel like, okay, I'm a person that takes action, I want to create my hours, I don't want life to happen to me, I want to work with the flow of life, then you're in the right place and I will see you so soon. I'll see you next time. All right. Aloha. Thank you so much for being here with me. Talk to you soon. Bye.